Alright guys, going into the final round of a Battle for Zendikar draft with our red, white, splash greens ally deck. I think we finally got a hand. We got a mulligan, unfortunately. We've had some pretty good luck drawing cards and with our hands, but this isn't a good one. I mean, we do have Munda and removal, and basically we both have red and white, but it's a little slow. I think I'm going to mulligan. And this is better. You know, it's not that much faster, but we have all of our colors, and we also get to scry. We're going to keep, I mean, we do want that fourth land, so I guess I'll put it on top. We'll lead with a mountain. Turn 3 Shadow Glider, turn 4 Chasm Guide isn't too bad when you're on the play. I'm okay with it. I think. Let's have Outnumber, an early removal spell to take down some early threat. Yep. So we drew the planes we knew we would draw. Also means we have planar outburst mana if it happens. We haven't actually drawn our planar outburst. We have drawn Rolling Thunder, which has been awesome. But all right, Kozilek Sentinel. Our opponent probably blue-red colorless, which means the Lithomancer's Focus we just drew is sweet. And we're going to play our Shadow Glider. And in the turn, if he goes Touch of the Void Swing, that's pretty gross. Now, Herald of Kozilek, that is also really gross. Probably swings here. This turn I probably play, well, I can't play Chasm Guide and Lithomancer's Focus, unfortunately. Because that Herald of Kozilek can end up being a real problem. I mean, I'm still going to play Chasm Guide because why wouldn't I? I mean, it means my other allies are all going to have haste. Do I want to swing in the air here? I think I do. I mean, I'm not blocking the Herald anyway, so we'll swing in the air. I mean, I could decide to keep my own guy back, but I think I'd rather advance my board a little bit and have Lithomancer's Focus ready for later. But yeah, this guy really makes this deck a big threat when you have Herald. I had a deck that managed to have 2 of them that was pretty sweet once upon a time, and I had Serpentine Spike in it and Drowner of Secrets, both. Is there a colorless instant speed spell? I think the answer is no. However, he could have a trick, and I'm not really willing to make that trade for a trick, so I think we just take that damage. Okay. Okay, that could end up being good against this opponent. I think we just swing back at him. See what he has to say about that. I mean, at this point, we win this race, so. And we have a removal spell, which granted can't deal with either of those guys. And we have Lithomancer's Focus, which can help deal with both of these guys if necessary. So, and our opponent's stuck on 3. But he does have a Herald, so it's kind of like he has 4 if his deck's like really all colorless. Ooh, yeah, see, getting a head-drawn archive is pretty gross with Herald. Like, it's like a Soul Ring or something. No, it's not that good, but it's pretty good. Come on, ally. That is not an ally. I think we just crack in there again for 5. If we draw an ally at any point, like, he's going to fall way behind in this race. But he is about to play probably something big, which hopefully our Aligned Headrun Network can deal with. If he has a Serpentine Spike, I can at least use the Focus to save one of my creatures from it. But he has the mana for it right now. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 4, 6. Yeah, it costs 1 less, so you can play Serpentine Spike right now, which is pretty disgusting spell, admittedly. Not something I want to be seeing right this moment. 4 mana, Blightherder. That's also not awesome, but it's just a 4/5 at this point, and we can deal with that. So, if it were had 5 power, we could really deal with it, but it doesn't. So, this time it's probably not correct to swing with everything we got. Just because if he just takes this, we can't kill him. And that is not an ally, but that's okay. It is a creature I can play while keeping up our Lithomancer's focus. So we'll just play Ghostly Sentinel. Can also swing in this board state, which is nice. And we'll end our turn. But things don't look great for us. You know, we've drawn a lot of lands. Maybe, you know, if I'd known I was going to draw this many, I wouldn't have decided to put one on top. But since the beginning of the game, we've really only drawn like Lithomancer's Focus, Align, Head Draw Network, and Ghostly Dude. So it's not awesome, but we do always have our outs in Planar Outburst and Friends. Ooh, Touch of the Void, huh? Yeah, I think I'm going to avoid getting him Touched of the Void. Just 1 for 1 here. Also make it so he doesn't have any good attacks this turn. So it's pretty nice. Also keeps it from exiling something, which his deck may actually be able to do something with. But yeah, I mean, you know, he can swing here, but he's going to lose at least 1 creature. So he may still. I would take like 4 probably, because I can't kill either of those dudes. What now? Dampening Pulse. Ugh. Such a good card. So bad for me right now. But my Ghostly, now he can't kill the Blight Herder, which really sucks. So I might double block with the Ghostly Dude and the Shadow Glider. Is tempting. I think I would. I mean, he would just take down the Shadow Glider and I'd take down that Blight Herder. And I won't be able to do that later because this will shrink down to being a 2/3. Yeah. So he's gonna wait us out, unfortunately. Okay, that is an ally. Not a super good one right now, but we can at least use Outnumber now to take down one of those dudes. So we're gonna play our Blade Whirl. It will be a 1/2. Yeah, Dampening Pulse is good against everyone, but against allies, it's the most heinous. Do we swing for 3 in the air now? I think we probably do. I think we go for it. Swing for 3 in the air. Drops him to 5. And do I want to kill this Herald of Kozilek now before it creates more problems for me? I think I do. I'm just going to go ahead and end it now. You know, if I untap, he could also help. He could also deal with my creatures more effectively. Like if he could play kill one of my creatures, then my Outnumber wouldn't have been able to kill his dude, and I didn't want him to be able to do that. So if he swings with the Blight Herder here, I probably chump it with the Blade Whirl. I mean, its first strike isn't super relevant right now. What's relevant is hitting my opponent in the air. But he's also probably worried about the whole Chasm Guide situation. Okay, he is going to swing. Do I just take 4? Sure Strike seems like a big enough possibility that I think I chump block with my least important creature. Having haste right now is a big threat, especially if I draw my guy who pumps the whole team, who I can cast with the mana I have. So seems pretty sweet. Wavewing Elemental. Gross. I'm disgusted. Yeah, that's not going to help us. Opponent still has so many cards in his hand. Like, how is that possible? That's what I want to know. Valakut Predator probably chumps here. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the plan. It's definitely a situation where we just want to top deck Rolling Thunder. Hey, I said it earlier and it worked, so... If he swings with this guy and we draw, and that guy, and we manage to draw an ally, we'll be pretty happy. But it has to be a decent ally. Like, there's a lot that aren't amazing. Would have been nice to pick up the lifelink one for times like these. He's rare, though, so, you know. We got one rare ally, and that's probably enough. Does he swing with both of these guys? No, just that guy. Okay, I think... The Predator, I mean, the evasion's not as good now that he has a Wave Wing Elemental. So... But if I draw a land and make this into a 3/4, like, what good does that do me? I guess it means I can swing... No, I mean, it doesn't really make much of a difference. I think I hold on to the evasion. I think it's a little better. I don't really want to draw land right now anyway, so I just hope that I don't. I keep blocking because of Sure Strike, which if I don't block that thing would just destroy me. Well, that is helpful. So we'll play Munda, who already has haste, so, you know, that part's not great. Oh, no. Horribly awry. That did go horribly awry. It did indeed. Okay. Well, we're going to be put into chump block mode on this turn and be in a lot of trouble. Still 3 cards in our opponent's hand. And there's a Stone Fury, so we're basically dead. Our opponent has a very good deck. That if it stops us early, as it did this time, can really destroy us. And he has Dampening Pulse, which really enables him to stop things early against us. So that's bad. We do have the one dude who can blow up enchantments. So I'm basically going to lose here anyway. So I'm kind of curious to see if he has Sure Strike to kill us. So I'm going to block like here. And now I can know whether or not he has Sure Strike if he decides to kill us with it. Okay, he must not, otherwise he would have used it there. So he may not have it in his deck at all. So it's, you know, something useful, some useful information given the fact that we have lost this game. Yeah, we're done. On to game 2. Freaking Dampening Pulse and Hedron Archive. A lined Hedron network doesn't seem great against him. He seems like he's a blue-red deck with all the colorless synergies, but that deck doesn't usually run huge creatures, so I think it gets sided out. And I think we do what we did earlier, which is put in a Cliffside Lookout and leave things the same other than that. Where's Rolling Thunder and Planar Outburst, huh? Especially Planar Outburst. That has really forsaken me. It's just pretty frustrating. I wish I had another Felidar Cub right now. I would like to play first. Thank you. Unfortunately, an awful one. Just as in game 1, and we're going to have to mulligan. This one is not awful, but it isn't great either. I think we keep it. And I think we put that on the bottom because we really need to hit our other colors, although we can actually play that soon. So maybe worth keeping. I think I do keep it. We are in kind of trouble here mana-wise, so after our amazing luck, especially in round 1, we may have dried up on us. There's our Shadow Glider, which we knew we would draw. Smash in for 1 massive damage. Play a Plains and play a Felidar Cub. Draw a land here. We do get to curve out. I'd prefer if it was like a mountain. I wouldn't mind going mountain. Then we really get to curve out on our opponent. So, nice. That is a mountain. So, because we know he has Dampening Field, like I'm less willing to trade with my Felidar Cub than I usually would be. I think I'm just going to swing with Cliffside Lookout for now. Is it a worthwhile trade? I don't think it is. I know as soon as he kills it, he's going to be like, Dampening Pulse. That's not really what we want. So if we can go mountain here, we may dig our way out of this kind of bad hand. If he activates that, that means he doesn't have any other plays, so nope. Eldrazi Sky Spawner, so much better than my sad little guy. Such a good card, just generally speaking. He's going to swing here, I'm sure. I mean, he's probably willing to trade with either of those guys. Nope. Okay, Valakut Predator is something we can actually cast, so, you know, it's something. So we're going to play it, just end our turn. It's just not worth swinging. Like, if we ever get to 5 mana, it'd be awesome, but we're not there. If we get a mountain here and then play Ondu Champion, I'd be pretty happy. Ooh, Blighted Gorge. That's bad news for our deck. Bad news. Still like doing pretty well on the curving out despite mana problems. If we can ever get to 6, things will be pretty nice for us. Probably going to draw like Planar Outburst and Rolling Thunder back to back right now. That would be awesome. What is our opponent going to do to us? This costs 5, am I right? Whoop. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, it costs 5. Cryptic Cruiser, okay. Still doesn't have really any good attacks, so... Oh, hey. Our 2 green cards are in our hand. That's pretty sweet, he said sarcastically. Shoot. I mean, maybe I just trade for the Sky Spawn at this point. Yeah. I mean, if he wants to do it, I'm fine with that. If he just wants to trade hits in the air, I'm fine with that too. Okay. It's, you know, a good trade for him because he still has like half his card in his Eldrazi Scion, so it's pretty crappy for us in a lot of ways, but hey. Pretty soon, that ability on the Akum Stonewaker is going to be actually relevant. So that's not great for us. Cryptic Cruiser we would just take. Nettle Drone is a huge problem. Massive. So that's not a huge problem, but it's not good. So I'm sure he swings with his Cruiser now. No. Well, Lithomancer's Focus is nice. I think I just hang back, though. We're just, you know, in a bad position. Plus, like, he thinks that we're on the defensive here, so dropping a Lithomancer's Focus right now could really surprise him. Freaking Akum Stonewaker. Opponent hitting all these lands. It's going to start... Yeah, he's going to throw one at me right now. Awesome. That's just awesome for us. So... Probably block the Cruiser here and use Lithomancer's Focus. Another Nettle Drone. Yeah, we are pretty toast. Our opponent drew very well in this game. Game 1, you know, we at least had a shot, but we've had a very bad start and our opponent's had a very good one. So I don't really see us making our way out of this game, but maybe we find a way. Is that it? For real? I guess he's not worried I have, like, removal. And there is removal that white has, but I'm cool with that. I'll just take 3. It gets exiled at the end of his turn. He can slowly kill me with Nettle Drones, too, is part of the reason why I think he's probably willing to just be like, whatever. Oh, God. Yeah, we're toast. I am on the verge of scooping. Like, even if I draw a land, it's going to be way too late. We're going to die to the Nettle Drones in no time. Yeah, he's sad for me. But that's okay. We kept a hand we probably shouldn't have, so it's kind of our fault. Planar Outburst wouldn't even get us out of this right now because we just don't have lands. Yeah, we are done, so... like, what happens even if I draw Planar Outburst right now? I have to hit 2 lands after I draw it. And that's definitely not a guarantee. And he's probably just not going to bother swinging. He's probably going to just kill me with his Nettle Drones because he can. That Touch of the Void is not bad. Does mean I'm not going to have a combat trick up, but I need to kill a Nettle Drone pretty badly. So it'll buy us a fair amount of time just to kill a Nettle Drone. But... you know, we're still short on Planar Outburst mana. We don't have mana for Rolling Thunder, so we are mana screwed and probably going to lose because of it. He can Blighted Gorge one of my dudes. Yeah. Ooh, Breaker of Armies, huh? Yeah, I think we just scoop. There's no way for us to stop Breaker of Armies from breaking our army. I mean, Lithomancer's Focus could kind of help prevent that, but that's about it. We're just going to take it. Doesn't really matter at this point, and we lose. So, never saw Planar Outburst this draft, but Rolling Thunder did show up at opportune times, so can't complain too much. This was a pretty sweet deck, but, Mana Screw did us in game 2 of the finals, so that's what happened. Thanks for watching. And